Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Nyeckro from Sodium Syndicate Gaming, and I'm about to show you my top 5 favorite NES games of all time. Let's do it. Alright, guys, first up on the list is Zelda 2 The Adventures of Link. Now, this was released back in 1988. I was about 3. I probably didn't get it to maybe I was about 4, maybe I had it at 3. One of my earliest memories of this game is seeing my cousins play it and just seeing how like they just ran through this game. Like, a lot of people really don't like it, you know, but I enjoyed it. It was one of my favorites. I love the graphics. I love that they took a different direction from the top view. And just the fact that like you had to search for all the dungeons and all the items and everything like that, and just a different way, and the raft, and it was everything. Here's a little history about the game. Link returns to Hyrule Castle to search for the Triforce and to awaken Zelda from endless sleep. He then embarks on a quest to find the Triforce of Courage and save Hyrule from ruin. In this game, you learn magic spells, talk to people in town, clues, collect items to increase your power, and explore the 6 different palaces of the world of Hyrule. I would describe this installment of The Legend of Zelda as probably more of a RPG, like a true RPG. You get experience levels. Combat system is completely different, where you really do incorporate your shield. You have to know when to jump. There's the down thrust, the up thrust, all type of magic abilities. It's definitely challenging. It's more along the lines of like an early Dark Souls than anything, I would say, if I had to compare it to anything today. Alright, guys, next on the list is Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. Now, this installment is one of my all-time favorites. I love this game, and I know people look at this game as like the stepchild of the entire series, but I can't understand why. They incorporated so many cool elements to this game. The night and day feature, you know, the fact that you have to go and get your items as opposed to like just whipping a candlestick and boom, there you go, holy water. How does that happen? I don't know, but I love this installment. It's the best. And then they had the different whip upgrades. That was super dope. You know, I remember spending countless hours just experimenting, just kneeling at this place, kneeling at that place. Because me and my dad would always play this. So I know you're probably thinking like, yeah, you know, 185, and you know, yeah, I was playing these games really young. You know, my dad was a really cool influence, and a lot of things that I learned, we kind of learned together, you know. So like, I would kind of figure it out, and he would sort of like read it a little bit, read it with me, and then, you know, I'd navigate my way to it. But now in this installment of Castlevania, Simon has already defeated Dracula. I think it's about 2 years later, and he places a curse on Simon. So Simon is going around the countryside trying to gather up all his body parts, resurrect them, and kick his ass again. You know, which is a cool concept. And each body part that you find in each mansion gives you a new ability. For example, you find the rib turns into a shield, the eye reveals hidden doorways and stuff like that. It's a pretty dope concept. I mean, once you kind of master the elements, I would say, of the game, it becomes fantastic. It's definitely a must play, and one of my top favorite Castlevania games, alongside Symphony of the Night. Great Castlevania game. If you haven't played it, please try it. Alright, guys, next on our list is a title that needs little introduction, and I'm talking about Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Now, I'm positive that this NES hit is everybody's favorite, over the age of 30 at least. I can recall spending hours watching my older cousins play and completely destroy some of the harder characters like Mr. Sandman, Super Macho Man, and the infamous Ball Ball. eventually making their way all the way up to Tyson himself. The basic premise is about a kid from the Bronx named Little Mac with his coach trying to become the champ. I can remember seeing them fight Tyson and quickly get boxed out by the powerhouse. For me, I was approaching my early teens before I actually beat Tyson without the Game Genie. I always loved this game because it wasn't the typical boxing game. It was more of a platformer than anything. The graphics and sound, which was superb, always made you feel like you were in the crowd cheering for Little Mac. So if you haven't tried this title yet, I urge you to, and there's got to be something wrong with you. Well, let me take that back, because I remember I think Mike Tyson recently played the game, only like a few years ago. It's been out for years, but if you haven't tried it yet, please do. It's amazing. Coming in at number 4 on our list is Double Dragon. This was the father-son game of the late 80s. My dad and I would play Double Dragon religiously from afternoon until night. From the time I got home from school to when he got home from work, meet up, play that Double Dragon. Originally released in the arcades, it was ported to the NES in 1987. This classic beat-em-up brought hours of challenging fun to my life, despite the egregious level of difficulty. The premise of the game revolves around Billy Lee trying to rescue his girlfriend Marion from the clutches of the Shadow Boss with the aid of his twin brother Jimmy. As you progress through the game in typical RPG fashion, you uncover new moves to pummel your adversaries, such as the mountain punch, the uppercut, and the throw, just to name a few, and also the infamous cyclone kick. If you're feeling nostalgic, I suggest you pop in this title with a buddy and get ready to break night. It's just that dope. Last but not least on our list, coming in at number 5. Y'all ready for this? Fester's Quest. I love this game, man. I know it's difficult. I know it makes you want to pull your hair out, jump out the window, do all those crazy things. Now, I didn't own this game. My best friend Mike did, and he never paid much attention to it until we ran out of games to play one summer, and this was at the bottom of his drawer. Once we gave it new life, we couldn't put it down for the rest of the summer. Fester's Quest is by far one of the hardest NES games ever made, right there next to Silver Surfer. It's so punishing, but so rewarding. It was released in late 1989. Fester's Quest places you in the role of Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. And as he's sunbathing on his roof, I don't know why he's sunbathing at night. I guess he was like a weird character in the show. I never really watched the show like that. But he's sunbathing on the roof, and he sees an alien invasion, and so quickly he runs to action with his trusty blunderbuss and tries to save the city. Fester gains upgrades for the blunderbuss as well as other tools such as the whip, which shocks enemies, and the noose, which completely decimates all enemies on the screen. This game, like I said, is punishing. First off, if you die, you lose everything. You lose all your items, your health upgrades, everything. And it puts you right at the beginning of the game, right at the start. It's so annoying. So if you plan on playing this game or attempting to try and beat it, God bless you. I wish you the best. Just don't die. It's the kind of thing where it's like Dark Souls, but worse than Dark Souls. It's like Dark Souls, I don't know, ugly stepbrother. It's fun, but you'll get annoyed, you'll get crushed, but you'll enjoy it once you persevere. Alright, that was Nyeckro's top 5 favorite NES games of all time. I hope you enjoyed it. Check us out later. Peace.